Here.
There's a quorum present.
Okay, if you wish, you can stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Lord, we thank you today for all the blessings you bestow on us. We ask your grace and mercy. We ask particularly today for strength for Rhonda and Vic as they go through this difficult period. We also ask for wisdom and guidance to my wife's surgeons and her quick recovery. All these things we ask in your Son's name, Jesus Christ our Lord.
Amen.
Let's see, we're gonna go which way? Just hit it.
Yes.
Going right now. Okay, up on the board, we got the consent agenda, which is very large, 2 things. Have a motion?
I make a motion, we accept the consent agenda.
I'll second that. Any questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, moving on.
I'll roll it down and then you'll see the little button down
That damn thing ain't working. Yeah, I see.
there. All right, guys, we're having technical difficulties. We
Yeah, Harold
don't get to use this very much.
There we go.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
It's real big.
Okay, Brian, yeah,
Squint.
Brian's not here, I don't guess, but Jeff, it's a request for lighting for the jail. It's a request for bid for lighting.
Yes,
You
these
might
are,
tell us a little on it?
Yes, these are the lighting in the showers in the individual pods or tanks. It has to be institutional grade. Pretty pricey for lights.
Yeah.
But, so we want to send it out for request.
You have any idea how many were?
Brian told me 16.
16. Is that for the whole or just one pod?
No, that's for the whole.
For the whole?
And I think it's a couple extras, just to have on standby, because these are 6 to 8 weeks out.
Okay.
Is that something you have in your budget?
Yes.
Okay, to have.
All right, I make a motion, we give permission to bid the lighting at the jail.
I'll second that. Any questions? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Okay. Next scheduled meeting will be next Tuesday, March 3rd here. This is the long one. 4th.
Did I
Yeah,
get it
March
wrong?
4th on
Oh.
Tuesday, yeah. That'll be at 10 o'clock here. So,
All agenda items have to be in March
Yep.
3rd.
yeah.
I can't.
Okay, any other business? Correspondence? Public comments?
I got a public comment.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
Rusty Parker.
Oh, okay.
Just come up here, state your name and your address if you would.
We'll make sure that's on.
Hello. Rusty Parker,
Yeah.
Deloach, Missouri, 505 South Vanderbilt Street. I came here a few months ago when we talked about the issue I was trying to find about the true story, what happened with my stepmother, my father, and dealing with Mr. Buckley, Sheriff Buckley back then on the shooting of my mom. And the truth has finally came to light. And it's sad to say, but what I've been told is becoming prevalent that there was a cover-up involved in the whole deal. I talked to Mr. Wampler just yesterday. I think it's Detective Wampler, and he's looking into it. But I like to say, months ago, just a few short months ago, when Mr. Christ got elected into office, he stopped me on the way out of here and said, "You got my word, I'm going to look into this." So, to give you some revelations, I think his name is Mr. Miller. When Mr. Miller was running for sheriff some years ago, he works at Farmington now, but he tried to run for sheriff, and he was working downstairs, I think, or over the other building, but he was working in a prosecutor's office. That's when I started looking into this, that long ago, and I couldn't get anything done from the last administration. It's like they kept trying to hide from me. It's awful funny to me that I had to turn to a total different county and to get any kind of information. I had to go to St. Genevieve County, and Miss Julie Bulva down there was really nice. She went way out of the way, and Mr. Booyer over in Bonne Terre was really nice. It took him 2 months to find my mother's death certificate, and he said that he don't know why it was hid so well. And I learned a lot about it as I discovered it. Like, you know, I know in the county here that if the sheriff gets indicted and removed from office, that the coroner becomes the acting sheriff. So why would the coroner give all this paperwork to the sheriff? It don't make sense to me. It seems like you would get, you know. But there's a lot more out there to learn. I can't say their names, but I appreciate the 2 ladies in the courthouse that sent me some vital information and led me down the right road. I really appreciate them. I appreciate Mr. Kreitz for stopping me and giving me his word, and it's finally coming through. I hate this for anybody, but all I'm asking for is closure. Yeah. My mom told me this 2 weeks before she passed away in her room, and I've been headstrong into it so much that it drives me crazy. I got enough dealings over in Deloge right now that it'd make your head spin. But I just wanted to come and give Mr. Kreitz a big thanks and gratitude, because that's the only man that gave me his word in St. Francis County Police Department that's kept it. I've had several people tell me, we'll get back with you, we'll get back to you, like Tater. I don't know how many times Tater told me, well, we'll just get back with you. You never hear nothing from him. I think he might have even been at the Farmington Council meeting when I went over to Farmington Council and talked to the council meeting over there with Mr. Forsythe. He gave Mr. Bullock a directive. We ain't got nothing to hide here, we'll get back with you. But that's the only man that stood up for me and kept his word, and I want to take a little bit of time to let you know I really appreciate it. I know what he's going to find already, and I really thank everybody who come forward, because it was all a facade.
Thank you for that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay, any other public comments? Okay, correspondence? No correspondence. Department report, Sheriff. You got anything going?
Aaron Dugal, Assessor's Office.
I can't hear you.
Will you come to the
You want me to come
microphone,
up front?
please? State your name and your, for the record, please. Sorry, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Eric Dugal, Assessor's Office. Just wanted to make people aware, last Friday we received a MOU from the State Tax Commission. MOU is a memorandum of understanding saying that our ratio in the county was at 73%, and we would have to do a 15% increase. The State Tax Commission oversees all the assessor's offices in the state. I believe there's going to be 90 assessor's offices that receives an MOU throughout the state. Just wanted to be open and transparent and let everyone know that that's what.
Eric, I got a quick question, for clarification. State tax board, who you're communicating with, they're the ones that regulate. You say you can now, used to be hard to do, now you can use a government type Zillow where they
Right.
can look at your sales and property
Make those
values.
sales, they
And-
have to report sales.
Yeah, they're saying we're at 73%.
Mhm.
And I know you talked to me, you said that actually, even after the Farmington School District had an increase 5 years ago, they're still lower than the county.
Right.
They're
at
only,
70%.
they're at 70%. So according to that memorandum, we've agreed to raise the other part a little bit more since they didn't get raised. And you went back and looked how many years? When was the last time we had a
It's
reassessment?
been about 20 years.
20 years, supposed to be reassessed every 2 years, is that correct?
Correct.
Just thought I'd tell you, so they're saying that we have to do this or they will penalize us by withholding
Funds from the.
funds from the county, from the state.
Yes.
So then Farmington, even though they've gotten hit last, they're also so far off, you're gonna have to look at theirs, some that are more than off, none of them will be close to 15%, but some of them may be 10%, some of them may be 0,
Right.
depending upon where they're
Yeah,
at
we're
in the
gonna take a
Farmington
look
School
at
District.
that.
So we are gonna have a reassessment
Mhm.
this year. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Just wanted to clarify that.
Eric, I have a question for you. So if a taxpayer has some questions concerning this, do they contact you or should they contact the state tax commission?
They could, either one would be fine. You know, we can answer any questions that they may have, but they could also contact the state tax commission. They told me to let them reach out to them and they'll explain, you know, why the 15%.
When your predecessor reassessed last time, was he under order to do that from the state, or he was gonna get penalized, or did he actually get penalized?
I believe in 2019 it was under order and he was supposed to do the remainder of the county in 2021, which he did not do.
We were actually already being penalized because we had not gotten paid from the state tax commission because it wasn't done.
See, I don't think that was too publicized, I wasn't here at that time, but the state was actually withholding
Mm-hmm,
the assessor's money because he refused to
correct.
reassess in the 2 terms that he was here. Okay, I just wanted to point that out, they're not
Thank
just
you.
kidding. They will fine us and start penalizing it, and people should be aware of that, that it's
Thank
not
you.
our assessor
Thank you.
that's causing, we have to comply with the law.
Jeff?
So our weekly numbers, calls for service this last week is 357, and our yearly calls are at 2701. Our inmate population dropped a little bit. We're currently holding 118 with 97 males, 21 female. We took quite a bit to Department of Corrections, so that number dropped. As far as training, Deputy Cody Bennett is in his 2nd week of certification course with one of our K-9s. It's a 5-week course. He's in his 2nd week and all is going well. And our current projects, we're still doing the upgrades to the detention center. We have 1 pod or tank that is almost completely done. We'll be moving inmates back into that and then going to another tank. And we're still upfitting a couple of our vehicles, and they're just about ready for striping, and you should see them out on the road. We're looking at maybe a new striping package, so you'll see a different door decal
It's
package.
not gonna be rainbow or anything, is it?
No, no.
Curious.
Black vehicles with gold stripes, gold stars. So, should be
Well,
pretty nice.
we went out and toured the jail where they moved pods and actually painted, and it very much is pretty impressive. We've got some temporaries that help paint, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
There was
very good work.
enough painting and work to do that Brian requested some
Yep.
additional workers, and they've been out there every day and doing a fine job.
Yeah.
No, it's looking good.
Okay, thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, any other department?
Jason Harris, Road and Bridge. I know we've had a few calls and concerns brought to us about potholes.
Yep.
So we were able to get some Easy Street from New Horizon and Festus. We got crews out yesterday, today, and the rest of the week. And the way we're doing is they're going down the snow routes. That way we hit every road and then they're spilling them as they find them. We have road grader out doing some of the gravel areas. I think they're on the Old St. Louis right now, re-graveling, smoothing it up. And then we still got a bucket truck out with a crew cleaning up some limbs still.
A lot of limbs down there. A lot of limbs down. And the potholes, I have got some texts, got a couple of phone calls where.
We got quite a few of them done.
A lot of them had to understand the weather we've had. We've had rain, the snow, and they were pretty tickled with potholes.
We got a crew running in District 1 and one running in District 2.
Yeah.
Doing potholes.
Well, thanks, guys.
Don't worry about District 1, just.
Yeah. Okay. Any other department reports?
Well, under the next one, you can go to the next slide if you want, and I don't know if, I was Clay, I thought was gonna be here, but I'm sorry, we'll get it till later. But I don't know if, Buck got a hold of this picture, because it really looks like he really gave, Clay some work over on this picture. So, now, on the other side of the picture, I split it in half because Buck was on the other side when he was taller than Clay. So, his picture was fine. I should have kept on there to show you, but I think he got a hold of his brother's picture. Yeah. So, and that brings us to the next one. Right?
Yeah.
That Clay last day is the
28.
working, the 28th of this month.
This Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah.
So we will not be here. We actually have I'm gonna tell you it's Tantera, and I won't tell you it's Margaritaville, but it is a conference that we have to go to. We don't get paid if we don't go to it. It's our mandatory training.
That's about the only place you can hold a meeting down there.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And when you say Margaritaville and you get those bills in, well, that's
Wait
like
till I smell the rooms.
But I did
Never
have,
seen a high-end
what you see
hotel
up there,
smell so bad.
we had this for Clay, and I hope to be able to give that to him sometime soon. But we sure want to appreciate his 30 years of service, and he'll be missed. And
Well, Clay's been here for 30 years. That's quite a while, Road and Bridge, so Clay's probably gonna be pretty nice, get up and not have to go.
He
go out and
said,
mess in
he
the
said he's
snow.
finally gonna get to enjoy the snow now.
Exactly. Him and Samuel do a lot of, I guarantee, a lot of camping. So
Yeah, a lot of traveling.
So when we are saying that, do we want to tell me this gentleman is over here?
Oh, yeah, we have actually one of the, it would be,
Assistant foreman.
yeah, assistant foreman, and it's Clint Pingle, and he actually is, there's two of them, Justin Jones and Clint Pingle will be actually taking over the crews as a foreman and running the operation, the work operation side of Road and Bridge, so.
And
Thank you,
Yeah,
Clint.
just a little explanation there. We decided instead of going the two that we had, we're gonna have two working
Right.
foremen that are on the site that are still union, is that correct?
Correct.
Still union workers, but they will be hands-on supervising on those sites. And so it's a different concept. It's one that at several of the counties in the state, when we looked into it, do and find great success, and we wish you luck, because you should be able to answer how things are going on that site and how, since you're actually sitting there working on them day by day.
And Clint's been with Road and Bridge since he was 18, 19?
Since 1997, I've been
Wow.
employed for the county.
Awesome. I was gonna welcome him, but you know, that's a little.
Full lake.
Well, Justin and Clint both know all aspects. They did everything out there. They can run the crews, they can work, and we were kind of looking at similar, it was like this before, wasn't it? Clint?
Yes.
Where they
Justin
can
runs-
actually go out and work and run the crews and operate, and we were kind of really looking forward to see how this works. We're kind of in a trial period, what do we give it, 6 months? And then we'll sit back down and make sure everything's running right, so. Right, so far, right now, everything's running great.
Awesome. All right.
Okay, anybody else, any correspondence? Yep. Oh, we did the sheriff's report, okay.
Voting, I can give you a little report. Voting technically starts today. As of half an hour ago, when I was over there, we hadn't had a voter. In actuality, we won't have the ballots till tomorrow, but we have a sample ballot because two of our entities waited to the last minute to turn their stuff in to verify their what's on the ballot, and then we sent it off, and Atkins was closed with the snow for 2 days, so they're overnighting them. They'll be here in the morning. So we can still take the vote, because what we will do is take the copy of the ballot. The people will vote it. It will be put in an envelope, much similar to absentee ballots, and will be sealed until the night of the election, and the absentee team of Democrats and Republicans will open that, transfer it to a ballot that actually gets counted by the counting machine, and go on from there. So if they're ready to rush the doors, we're ready for them if they need to. So I was on group. I'll say it again. This is important, the local elections. I mean, not that November wasn't important, but I can tell you that our new president was gonna win this county by 10,000 votes. And one vote, yes, people needed to vote. But in these school board elections and city council and mayoral, we have mayoral in Park Hills, Farmington, and Deloge, that one vote, when you have a 3-person race for mayor, in an election where only 6 to 10% of the people that are eligible to vote, one vote could easily be more than 1% of the election. So I would get out and express your opinion. Whatever is decided on the bond issues or this, I've been calling, people say, oh, well, Engler's against the bond issue. No, I want people to realize exactly what the effect will be if one or both fail. And I would like to have 15 to 20% of the people vote and they decide for this mayor or that mayor, then you've got a much better representation than just having half of 8% or 10% or something like that decide a mayor race. Every vote counts. And this is particularly, we have over a dozen elections that will be decided by probably less than 20 to 50 votes.
And right before if you don't mind, I'll say one more thing. Please keep those that Kevin mentioned in his prayer in your prayers, because Kevin said his wife was having surgery this morning.
I was planning on being up there, but
Yeah.
the doctor said, you're not gonna wait here for 8
I
hours.
know.
Go do
And we
something.
appreciate you coming back, but yeah, we understand if you wouldn't have been here.
Long.
But just keep those in your prayers, please. Rhonda's husband. That's a lot of people hurting right now. Please keep those in your prayers. And other than that, I make a motion we adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.